Hey folks, welcome to Jerome Bee Farm and Homestead. This video is going to be on these two hives right here, hives number 20 and 21. These are my last two queenless hives that I performed artificial splits on that I have not checked yet. The queens from these hives are in two nukes that are right just to the left of me here. So we need to get in here, make sure that these hives requeen themselves with the swarm cells that were left behind. If they're having problems, now's the time to correct it. So let's get in there and see what we find. Okay, get this honey super off of here. Feels kind of heavy, so I'm going to leave the excluder behind. Yeah, it's about 30 pounds. Looks like I put in 3 new frames right here. Sorry about these shadows. I know they're terrible. But, so what I found when I hear a lot of beekeepers say they checkerboard frames in, like they take a new frame, put it in between one that's drawn out. I've had really terrible luck with that, being that they won't draw out the new frame and they'll draw the ones on the sides of it out really wide and thick. Just like what's happening right here. You got a new frame against, and they are drawing this out. They're starting on it. The one next to it's really thick. I don't know if that was done before I put this in there or not. Anyway, that's why I put my new frames together. Or if I do any checkerboarding, I'll put it between a brood frame, not a honey frame. So hopefully we see some capped brood in here. No signs of a queen there. They backfilled that all with nectar. Same thing here. So again, we don't have to see a queen, we just have to see a sign that a queen is in here laying. And this is a pollen frame. See all the brightly colored pollen? Get it out there in the sunlight. So there's really no place to lay there. This is the same thing. So usually by pollen you'll see where the queen is laying eggs. And the bees feed the young bees with the pollen. This is lighter weight, so maybe it's promising. Nope, they're backfilling that all with nectar. There's a few empty cells in there, but there's no eggs in them. Same thing here. All this is empty cells for a queen to lay in, but they're not laying yet. Anyway, so here's a queen cell that has emerged. See how it's open on the end? There's a couple left here that they've been chewing on. So no queen there. Bummer. Got a few frames to go. Plus we got the bottom. No signs of a queen here. There's some empty cells and no eggs. And a couple of swarm cells. A bunch of swarm cells there. So this hive is not swarmed. There's a lot of bees in here. Get these swarm cells cleaned off. Looking on here again for a queen. Again, this is a lot of pollen. So the prior frame is the likely spot a queen will start laying. They got it all ready for her. No queens, no eggs. This is a nectar frame here. These cells here look like they didn't open. It's undeveloped or queen in there that didn't emerge. It's a queen bee that didn't emerge for whatever reason. You can see there, oh, it fell out. Okay, we need to go into the bottom. I guess I should look on this frame here real quick. It's a pollen frame. Lots of drones in here. Again, I'm just trying to spot a queen. Or eggs. Okay, I didn't find the queen or eggs in the bottom either, so it appears we have a queenless hive. So I'll check it again in another week, and at that time we'll consider combining the original queen back in here. There's a lot of honey in there. Okay, that hive's really roaring too, so some of that's from the smoke, but they appear to be queenless, so the queen that they chose may have not made it back from her mating flight, so we'll have to check on it later. So let's get into this one and see what we find. No, that super don't weigh anything. I believe these splits were done relatively the same time, so if we've got a good queen in here, that'll tell us something didn't go right there. It's a heavy honey frame. Lots of nectar. Does everybody think brood? Nectar. It's a queen cell. Wow. There is a live queen in there. Let's just let her out. So that's odd. I would have thought we would have had a queen in here already. So here's a queen in a cell that's alive. There she comes out right there. Nope, that's a worker bee. Now they might attack her. There she comes. Right there she is. So I just gave her a little help there in opening that cell. It was chewed all around the bottom. They don't appear to be attacking her. So I think I'm in here early. Okay, I'm going to button this hive up and let nature take its course. I need to look at my notes. I thought I should have been seeing laying queens, not emerging queens. I don't see her. She must have went. No, there she is. See if she'll. Well, I'll just put her down in there. Ah, my glove's stuck. I got so much propolis on my gloves. Okay, that's it for the video. So in here we didn't find a queen. I did tear apart some cells in there that weren't open, but when I looked at the queens in there, they weren't right. So I didn't destroy a good queen cell in here. This one here, I saw that cell that was just barely chewed on the end and ready to open, and I was about to scrape it off, and I thought, well, I'll just open the end, and there was a queen in there. So I need to look at my notes and see when I did this split. Some of these swarm cells start earlier than others, so that may have been a later swarm cell that was laid by the queen, so it had a later stage of development. But anyway, we know we've got a virgin queen in here. It looked like they weren't attacking it to kill it, so that's a good thing. And this one we're going to have to keep our eye on. So hey, give me a thumbs up if you would, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care. Okay, quick little follow-up here. Came up here to the bee office. Opened my notes, and Hive 20, I pulled that split on April 21st with swarm cells in the middle and found the red queen. Today is May 13th. That's 23 days. So it's 21 days for a queen to emerge, from egg to emerge. So I should have found a queen in that one. It is early, possibly, depending on how old these swarm cells were, for them to be laying. So now let's look at Hive 21. '21 was done on April 25th, so that's 19 days. So it's possible that that queen laid that queen cell where that queen emerged right before I split it. So, and who's to know if it's 21 days every time? It might be 23, 25 sometimes. So that does make sense to find an emerging queen in there. So just wanted to follow up with that. Thanks for watching.